Welcome to the Workforce Solutions North Texas Interview Workshop. The information presented will help you wow your next employer. The following topics will be presented in this workshop: develop your resume, create your cover letter, prepare for the interview, end of interview, after the interview, and reminders. Now let's go on to talk about some important points on how to wow your next employer. First of all, let's discuss the importance of developing a resume. Purpose of a resume. It's a document used to promote your skills, abilities, and knowledge. Employers use resumes to identify qualified candidates and invite them to an interview. It's also a marketing tool to show how your skills match what the employer needs. It's an overview of your fit for their open position. Most employers are looking for something short and sweet. 1 page is preferred and 2 is still acceptable. The contents of a resume should make a clear statement promoting your talents and why you should receive an interview. Include your skills that match what the employer stated in their ad. Show the employer you understand what they want. Tailor your resume to the job description. Look over the job description and make sure that you have some of their keywords or phrases on your resume. Your resume should answer key questions like, who are you? What can you do for me? Do you have the skills I'm looking for? Where have you worked before? Is your experience relevant to my needs? And do you have the right education and experience? WorkinTexas.com matches your resume to job postings. For a better match, update your skills, tools, and technology on WorkinTexas.com. Next, we will cover the importance of a cover letter. The purpose of a cover letter, it's a letter that introduces you to the employer. It's designed to get the reader's attention and ensure your job application is followed up on. It'll highlight your experience and skills which relate to the position, and it will also help reinforce your enthusiasm for the job and make a clear statement as to why you want the job and why you're the right professional for the job. Next, we will discuss how to prepare for the interview. We're going to cover these topics today to help you prepare for and land that next job. Remember, these are suggestions from professionals that have been in the hiring business for a long while. This information is being given to you as a tool to help you understand and get noticed. Learn about the company. How big is the company? How many employees do they have? What's their annual revenue? How long have they been in business? What's their past, present, and future potential? What products, services, or future developments do they see? Know where the home office is located and who the CEO is. Do your research. You need to know as much as you can about the company before you go to the interview. Most all companies have a website. Review it. That way, when they ask you, what do you know about our company, you are prepared. Once again, making you stand out as the eager candidate. Research resources. Glassdoor.com is a place where you can research available positions, rate of pay, company information for your geographical area. TexasWages.com. Look for pay in your local area for this type of work, local labor market information, and best-job-interview.com. Everything you ever wanted to know about searching for a job, from writing the perfect cover letter to sending a thank you letter after the interview. Know where you're going. Use googlemaps.com. Do a trial run the day before. Remember, the employer's assumption from your preparation is that your thoroughness will transfer to your performance on the job. I know Wichita Falls is a small town, and for those of you that have lived here all of your life, you know your way around. But do you know if there's going to be a delay because of construction? No, you don't. Do a trial run the day before. Make sure you know how long it will take you to get there and what the parking situation is. You don't want to be walking in at the last minute all flustered. If you are depending on someone else for a ride, please have a backup plan. You never know when your person that you depend on for a ride is going to have an emergency and not be able to take you. The last thing you want to do is miss the interview or have to call to reschedule. What does that say about you? Are they going to be able to count on you to be at work? Are you really dependable? Now let's review your what, have, will, and how much. Reflect on what you really want for your next employment. What? What do you really want to do with your life at this time? Does the job you're interviewing for match what you really want to do? Think of 1 to 2 examples of how it does. For example, I don't play video games. I have no desire to learn, and I'm not up on all of the gaming systems. Therefore, it would be a waste of my time and theirs if I were to apply for a job opening at GameStop, right? For one, I may not even get the interview because of that. And secondly, I would be lost, and they would really have to spend lots of time training me. I would not be a good risk for them to take. My previous experience at a staffing agency helping people find jobs is what helped me land my current position. I enjoy helping people, meeting new people, and talking to people about things that I am knowledgeable and passionate about. I am happy doing that, and it gives me a sense of fulfillment. So my skills working with people, my sales and marketing experience, customer service experience, and years of training and retention are a good fit for my current position as a classroom facilitator. Have. Think of several skills you believe a person in this occupation has. Compare these to your skills. Prepare at least 2 examples of how you've successfully used each of these skills. I know that I'm great at helping people, especially with all the knowledge I have when it comes to looking for a job. My experience in staffing and recruiting are going to be an asset here. I'm not afraid to get up and speak to a group of people like yourselves, as long as I know the product that I'm talking to you about and I'm confident in what I'm telling you. So my speaking skills would be a great example here. You must sell yourself. So before going to an interview, sit down and think about this job and what you have that you can bring to it. Will. Think of a few traits that successful people in this occupation have. Prepare at least 2 examples of similar traits you possess and will use on the job. Let's look at the next slide for some examples. Top 10 traits of an ideal employee. Listens to instructions, takes responsibility, takes initiative, gives credit to others, responsive, performs duties cheerfully, dependable, healthy, self-disciplined, and exceeds expectations. What can you say about yourself? For me, I would start with dependable. My boss will be able to count on me to be at my job and on time every day. I've been sent home from work because I came to work sick. Another trait I have is being a quick learner, which is also being a self-starter and self-motivated. You usually only have to tell me something once and I get it. Or if I don't know how to do something, I'll find out how they want it done and then get it done. Now's the time to really brag about yourself. How much? Research what people in this occupation are paid. Know what you're worth and willing to accept. It's not a good idea to determine this during the interview. Glassdoor.com is a great place to do your research. Now that you've thought about what you can bring to this job, do the research to find out what others are making doing this job. Use the labor market information on workintexas.com to compare and find out what similar jobs in this area pay. You don't want to sell yourself short or price yourself out of a job by asking for too much either. For instance, you didn't do your research. You asked for $8 an hour, and then you find out everyone else is making $15 an hour doing the same job. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't ever bring up money or benefits in an interview. Why? It will make them think that you're not interested in working, but just a paycheck. Wait until a job offer's been made. Then your pay rate is open for discussion. They may also ask you, how much do you need to make during the interview? Put it back on them. You can ask them, what is the typical starting pay for this position? At this point, they should know what you can bring to the job. Be ready to negotiate. Don't be afraid to ask for more money. These are the top 3 questions you will be asked in a job interview. Number 1, Tell me about yourself. We recommend that you create a 30-second elevator speech. Information that is job related only, no personal stuff. Pick a couple of points about your traits, your job experiences, and your accomplishments on the job. Number 2, what would your previous supervisor say about you? Don't ever say anything negative about the employer, company, or other employees or the products. It will just reflect negatively on you. Example, they would agree that I'm an honest employee that tries hard to do things right the first time. And number 3, why should we hire you? Briefly lay out your strengths, qualifications, and what you can bring to the table. Example, I believe that I would be an asset to your company because I'm dependable. I'm always on time. I learn quickly, so you would have to use less resources when training me, and I love the products that you have. As a matter of fact, I use them every day myself. The day before the interview, know what points you want to say. Make sure that they know what you can and will bring to the job. Sit down with someone and role play. Have them ask you questions and come up with a great answer that will really sell you to the employer. Assemble all your materials and use a clean folder. Take extra copies of your resume in case there's more than one interviewer, questions you want to ask, any letters of recommendation, and don't forget that notepad and pen. Also, have your Social Security card and driver's license available. They may hire you on the spot and need to fill out paperwork. It's better to have and not need than need and not have. Choose conservative clothing. Stay neutrals with colors like browns, blacks, blue tones. Nothing too flashy, like neons or bold, bright patterns. Clean and press your clothes. Get your outfit ready the day before and even try it on. Make sure that you look good in it and it is comfortable. Go easy on perfume and cologne. Some people are allergic, and this is not the time to find out if they are. Set your alarm and have a backup plan. Cover your tattoos and take out your body piercings. You want a clean, professional look for your interview. Be sure to do all this the day before. The interview. You're ready and prepared, and they will see your confidence when you walk in. Your first impression is right here. You never get a second chance to make a good first impression. Look them in the eye, offer your hand for a handshake and introduce yourself. Sit when asked and not before. Why? Because it's polite. Don't be fidgeting, another reason to test the clothing you're going to wear. You don't want to be tugging on it or trying to pull it down. Try not to have the sun in your eyes. Then you are squinting, and they can't see your eyes. Eye contact is essential for building rapport. Sit facing the interviewer, but not straight on. It may seem challenging to them. Move the chair a bit or sit a little off center. Listen by nodding your head slightly while they are talking. Look at them when they are talking to you. Don't stare. Look around a bit. Look down to make notes, but make sure that you're looking at them when they are talking to you. You've got your pen and paper, right? Take some notes. It's a subtle thing, but it will let them know that you are interested. Making affirming comments like I see, okay, very good are fine. But remember, don't ever say, I know, or right. Never interrupt someone while they are speaking either. Speak clearly and slowly, but not too slowly. A nice steady pace, not overly excited. Use proper grammar. Please don't use slang or acronyms. Be positive and outgoing, but don't go overboard here. Even if the person that you're interviewing with is very enthusiastic, be upbeat, but not too much. Try to mimic their behavior. They're better able to relate to you and see you as someone that will fit in with their environment. Clarify your answers. Listen to the question and give your answer. Don't ramble on to try to fill the silence. They will know you are done and move on to the next question. Less is best. Certain parts of your life are better left unsaid. Don't overshare, especially with personal information. Keep it related to the position. Don't ever say anything negative or blame someone else for a job that didn't work out. Questions to ask. What types of projects will I be working on? Is this a new position or will I be filling a vacant position? What qualities are you looking for in your prospective candidate? What characteristics do successful employees in your company share? What is the next step? When is the decision going to be made? When can I expect to hear from you? Never say no. When they ask if you have any questions, always say yes. You can ask them when will they be making a decision. Some employers will get back with you after an interview, but not all. Get a business card or write their name down. Even ask how to spell it if it's a hard to pronounce name. You have your notepad handy, right? Next, we will cover what to do at the end of the interview. Cues that the interview is over. Generally, when the interviewer asks, "Do you have any questions for me?" they look at their clock. They seem disinterested. Don't linger when the interview is over. Stand up, shake hands, and thank the interviewer for meeting with you. Now's your time to express your interest in being hired. Let them know that you're impressed with the company and you would welcome the opportunity to work there. Remember, try not to have too many questions, but having one or two prepared, again, will show your interest and enthusiasm. They also may conclude the interview by standing up and thanking you for coming in. Next, we will discuss what to do after the interview is over. After the interview, send a thank you note by email restating your interest in the job. Make sure you spell their names correctly. And if you do not hear back within the time frame they told you, send a polite reminder that you're still interested in the job. Lastly, let's look at a few reminders to generate success during your interview. Reminders. Don't take your cell phone in to the interview. Leave it in the car. Do not take your friends or family. Don't take any food or drinks. And always be ready for an interview, even when dropping off an application. Today we presented information on how to be successful in a job interview, how to develop your resume, how to create your cover letter, how to prepare for the interview, what to do at the end of the interview, what to do after the interview is over, and lastly, provided some information and reminders to create success in your interview. Let us know if we could provide more information or if you have any questions. Contact us 940-322-1801, press 2, or Employment Services 2 at ntxworksolutions.org. Thank you for spending time with us today, and we hope you have a fantastic interview.